Hello everyone, I am Nishu and I am again back with the same part of terminology from the chapter Your Principles of Mendelian Inheritance and Variations. Children, in my last video, in the terminology part, I have explained about the topics like your genetics, inheritance, variation, genes. Now I am proceeding ahead with the same topic and with the new terms like your homozygous chromosome, heterozygous chromosomes, and many more. Now, children, what do you mean here with homozygous and heterozygous? In a very simple language, children, this homo means same. You're familiar with these words. Homo, it means same. And when we use hetero, it means different. Zygous word is taken from zygote. So children, homozygous, same zygote. Heterozygous, different zygote. Now here about what we are going to talk? We are going to talk here about chromosomes. Homozygous chromosomes and heterozygous chromosomes. Now let us define. In a very simple language, I will explain the definition of homozygous and heterozygous. Children, homozygous chromosome, what does it defines? It defines that zygote, I told you zygous word is taken from zygote. So zygote of an organisms with identical alleles on the homologous chromosomes. Now children, homologous is a new word. I'll be explaining you. I should have defined it before only, but I forgot. But I'll explain after this that what is homologous chromosomes and heterologous chromosomes. Now children, zygote of an organism with identical alleles. In the last video when I was explaining about genes, I told you that I will explain about alleles also, and today in this part I will be explaining that what is allele. So zygote of an organism with identical alleles on homologous chromosomes is called as homozygous chromosome, and your heterozygous chromosome is saying that zygote of an organism with different alleles for a character on homologous chromosomes is also called as hybrid. It is also called as hybrid. Now children, example you can see that I have mentioned capital T, small t. I have taken a character for height, and here I have taken capital T and small t in heterozygous. These are two. Now children, homozygous and heterozygous. This is a part where your characters have been mentioned, and characters like any type of character. Here an example I have taken the character for height. I have taken example of height, and in this height I have denoted the genes. Children, this is a gene. This is a gene. And in this gene, children, this gene is made up of two alleles. I'll explain it now. How? In the character height, one of the character I have written capital T, and another gene I have written small t. Now, this capital T denotes a tall height, and small t, it denotes a dwarf height, short height. Now children, homozygous, capital T and capital T, both are same, both are capital letter. Small t, both are same, both are small letters. So children, this is what your homozygous means. But whenever I write a character, whenever I speak about a character in homozygous, it will be, the genes will be having the same allele. Now what is allele? Definition I will be telling you, but here I am explaining you that what is allele. Now children, this tallness character is made up of gene called as capital T. Now children, this gene, always remember that gene is always found in pair. It is always made in pair. So it is a pair. Capital T, it is making a pair. Small t, it is making a pair. Capital T, small t, it is making a pair. Now children, in this pair, this one of the capital T is one of the allele, and this is another allele. So two alleles are making one gene. Again I'll write it over here. Capital T is a allele plus capital T is a allele. So two alleles are making one gene, and T is a gene. Now if I take example of a color of a flower, red color, rose. If I take example of rose, it is in red color, red. So red I take, always remember that children, it is always written in pair. So this is a gene. And this gene is made up of how many alleles? It is made up of two alleles. How it is two alleles? This is the first allele and this is the second allele. So two alleles are making one gene. So always remember children that always a gene is present in pair, and this pair of gene is made up of two alleles. If I take a chromosome over here, a pair of chromosomes, I am not making it like this. If I pair it in this way, and children, here one of the gene is for height, this is for height, this is another gene in human beings I am taking, and it is for eye color. Many terms I will be explaining here. If I again take another gene, and this is for your hair color. Now children, I make a gene for it. Now for height I told you it is capital T. So here also capital T. Now if I take a eye color, and eye color I am writing E, and here also E. Now children, for hair color, if I choose the alphabet H, and here also H. Now children, this is a pair of gene which is responsible for character height. This is a pair of gene E which is responsible for eye color. This is a pair of gene which is responsible for hair color. Now children, how many characters I have taken? There are three characters. 1, 2 and 3. These are three characters. And how many genes these characters are making? These are making three genes. This is a first gene, this is second gene, and this is third gene. Three genes. But how many alleles they are making? These three genes are making how many alleles? They are making 6 alleles. How? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 alleles are making your 3 genes. Always remember, again, gene is made up of 2 alleles, and gene is always in pair. So T and T, E and E, H and N, and various characters are located. Various character genes are located on the chromosome structure. Now children, here the word is coming homologous chromosome. Let me explain it here only. Now children, one of the pair is coming from father and one of the pair is coming from mother. If I clean it nicely, and again I will make it. Hope children you have understood about that gene and allele concept. Definition I will be mentioning it now. Now children, one of the chromosome is coming from a father and one of this is coming from a mother. Now they are making a set of chromosome, and this set of chromosome is made over here, and one of the character, if I take example of height, so it is having one of the gene is coming for father, and another is coming from the mother, and it is coming on the same position if it is of same size. Always remember children, homologous. Homo means same and logos is a word which is for position, loci. So logos word is taken out from the loci. Loci means position, same position. If a set of chromosome is that is your a set of maternal and paternal chromosome. If they are positioning at a same part, at a same place, then having the same position, having the genes at the same position, then it is called as homologous chromosome. And if it is at different places, if the chromosomes and genes are from different positions, then it is called as heterologous chromosomes. Always children remember that homologous chromosomes are same in size, same in shape, and heterologous chromosomes are your different in shape and size. Now children, this is over here what I wanted to explain about the word, that is your homozygous chromosome. I have explained the terms here, alleles and homologous chromosome. Hope children you have understood here that what is homologous chromosomes. So same character is coming, capital T, small t. And what does it means in heterozygous chromosome? Heterozygous chromosomes, in that your alleles for a character will be different. Will be different means capital T and small t. Always children, it is not necessary that the chromosomes is having your capital T and capital T only. It is not necessary. It can have small t also. Now, if I am taking a eye color, if it is responsible for E, so it can be E also. And it is also not necessary that on one side all capital letters will be there and on the other side all small letters will be there. It may be that here your for a small h for the hair color and capital H may be this side also. So which type of alleles they will form? They will be forming capital T, small t. It will be forming capital E, small e. This will be making your small h and capital H. This is over here. While writing children, we don't write small letters in the beginning. So I may be writing it as a capital H and small h. But positions may differ. So these are 3 genes and how many alleles? 6 alleles. Hope children you have understood the concept of homozygous and heterozygous. So children, this is what I wanted to explain here, that your capital T and capital T, small t, capital T, small t, this type of arrangement of genes are made on the chromosome. Now children, one more new term I want to explain you here about that. It is your dominant and recessive. Now children, what is dominant and what is recessive? In this example, you see that I have taken capital T, capital T. So capital letter is always denoting that it is a dominant character. And wherever I show a small t, wherever the small letter is denoting, it is showing a recessive character. It is showing a less expressed characters. So your dominancy. Here children, whether it is a capital T and small t, now you will be thinking that it is a mixed character. It is not a mixed character. It is a hybrid, one of the character it is having. But here what will, this will be your tone. Here this will be your effective eye color. Then dominant eye color. This will be your dominant eye color. This will be your dominant hair color. Dominancy means that one of the character which is very nicely expressed. Now, this is what I wanted to explain you here, and all the terms which I have explained, I will be giving you definitions also in this. Children, you have understood that what is homozygous chromosome and what is heterozygous chromosomes. So children, now let us move to the definition of the homologous chromosome. I have explained what is homologous chromosome. Definition is left. I will be explaining it here. So children, homologous, now I think it is clear. Homo means same and logos means your position. Always remember children, this word has been taken from loci, and loci means position. It means homologous means same position. Same position chromosomes. Now children, what the definition says, that a set of one maternal and one paternal chromosome that pair up with each other inside a cell. Now children, what it is saying, that this is a cell and one of the paternal means fathers, and one of the maternal means mother. So when they pair up, when they are pairing up inside a cell, now they are of same size, same shape and having the same function. Now children, third important point, it bears corresponding genes governing the same traits. Governing the same traits. It means that the genes which they are having, they are of same character. Now children, what is here? That a set of one maternal and one paternal chromosome that pair up with each other inside a cell. Now what is heterologous chromosome? It is different shape, size and function, do not belongs to the same pair. Now they are of not same pair, they are not bearing the genes of the same pair. Now children, this is what your homologous chromosome and heterologous chromosome. So now children, to develop a better understanding for the concepts like homologous chromosome and heterologous chromosome, I am again coming back to the same point. And to explain it, to make it clear more nicely to you, let us come to the karyotype. Now children, what is karyotype? Now you know, in human beings we are having 23 pair of chromosomes, and in this 23 pair of chromosomes, all the chromosomes they pair up. Now suppose here this side I am explaining you karyotype. Now children, in this karyotype, this is one of the chromosome. This is one of the chromosome of same size, same length, same centromere position, chromosome number 1. This is another chromosome, chromosome number 2, having its own centromere position. Children, this is chromosome number 3 of different shape and size. Children, such on, it moves on and it makes 23 pairs of chromosomes, and these 23 pairs of chromosomes is called as karyotype. This is called as karyotype. Definitions I will tell you separately for karyotype, for your sex chromosomes, autosomes, I will be explaining you. But here first, let us develop the understanding of all the concepts. So children, this is your karyotype. 23 pairs karyotype. 23 pair of chromosomes will be there. 46 chromosomes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is first chromosome, second chromosome, third chromosome, fourth chromosome, fifth chromosome, sixth chromosome. So in this way there are 46 chromosomes. But when we make a pair in it, when we are making a pair, and this pair is called as, this is one of the pair, this is the second pair, this is the third pair. So when we pair it, we call it, there are 23 pairs of chromosomes are present in human beings, and this is called as karyotype. Now children, in this 23 pairs, the first 22 pair is called autosomes. It is called autosomes. Now these 22 pair of autosomes, children, they are responsible for making somatic cells. Hope children, the concept of somatic cell and generative cells is clear to you all. I have explained in the last chapter, human reproduction. Now children, these somatic cells are responsible to make the body cells. Now first 23, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so on. The first 22 pairs will make the somatic cells, and they are called as autosomes. And children, the last pair, that is your 24th pair, is your called as sex chromosome. It is called as sex chromosomes, or it is called as allosomes. Now children, this sex chromosome is responsible to make the generative cells. So children, hope this concept of karyotype is clear to you all. That is, your first 22 pair is autosome and the last pair is your last pair, not 24, it is your 23. The last pair is your sex chromosome. Now children, it was necessary to tell you all here to make it more clear the concept of homologous and heterologous. Now children, let us understand homologous and heterologous. Now children, homologous, one set of maternal or paternal. Now children, this is one set of maternal and one set of paternal. Here I told you, I said you that they pair up. This is a cell, this is one paternal and one maternal. They are pairing up of same size, same position, same everything. So children, they are of same size, same shape, same function, same centromeric position, everything is same. So children, when they pair up together, so this is called as homologous chromosomes. So these are homologous chromosomes, children. And these two pair, this and this, when they pairing up, this is called as, children, sister chromatid. This is your sister chromatid. This is sister chromatid. This is one of the chromatid, second chromatid. This is your chromatid. This is also your chromatid. And when they are pairing together, they are called as sister chromatid. Now children, there is one more word, non-sister chromatid and non-homologous chromosomes. Now let us understand. Hope it is clear now. This is one set of paternal, one set of maternal. When they are pairing together of same size, same shape, same function, same staining condition, same centromere position, so same length, same everything. So when they are pairing together, so they are called as homologous chromosomes and two chromatids are sister chromatids. Now children, in chromosome number 1 I was explaining. Now I am moving to, now I will take the example of chromosome number 1 and chromosome number 2 both. Now children, if I take example of chromosome number 1 and chromosome number 2. Now this is chromosome number 1. This is chromosome number 1, same size, same shape, same centromere position, having same genes position at same position. And now if I take here second chromosome, now children, this is first chromosome and this is second chromosome. Now I am talking about non-homologous chromosome. If I take one of the chromosome strand from the first chromosome and other from the second chromosome. So you can see the differences here. One is taller, another one is shorter. The centromere position is also different. Now children, they cannot pair together. They will not be pairing together. Why? Because differences in the positions, differences in the size, differences in the shape is there. Centromere position is there. So they cannot pair with each other. So these type of chromosomes are called as heterologous chromosomes. And children, these two chromatids are called as non-sister chromatids. This is called as non-sister chromatids. Now children, I hope the concept of homologous chromosome, heterologous chromosome, your karyotype, autosomes, then your sex chromosomes, your sister chromatid, non-sister chromatids, I have explained a lot in this one of the example. Hope children this concept is clear to you all, and I will be explaining the rest of the terminologies in the next part of the video.